Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow has faced Myles Garrett and the Browns defense quite a bit. Garrett has had some huge games against the Bengals. Burrow was asked about going against Garrett and that Browns defense in the opener.
Yeah, he can win the game if you let him. You have to, number one, game plan around him. Number two, as a quarterback, you have to be aware of where he's at all times with protection IDs, and also know where your quick answer is in whatever concept that you have called, because sometimes he's back there before you can catch the ball, basically, and you have to get it out. So, but we play great rushers a lot. You know, he's one of the best, if not the best. But in this division, you play guys like that a lot. So we'll have a good plan for him. He's going to make plays, and when he does, you just got to hold on to the ball and not make a bad play worse.
Pete, this defensive line has been really good in the preseason when they've played joint practices. Same thing. When you look at it, the Bengals' offensive line has struggled with Garrett. They got to get pressure on Burrow if they're going to have a chance to win, and I think they will.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals don't have anyone who has proven they can block him at all. And yeah, they have to get pressure on him because, again, we talked about questions in the secondary. They've got to be able to get pressure. Otherwise, if you give him time, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are going to beat you at some point, and they're going to beat you big. Now the question is, you know, beyond just simply Garrett lining up at right end and getting off the ball and getting past, are the Browns going to be able to use this new look front to do more stunting, to create more situations where the Bengals don't have a real good answer on where Garrett's going to be? They have a rookie at left guard. They've just decided who their right guard is going to be. I would not be shocked if they do a whole lot of things to, you know, send Garrett into the middle or throw a lot of stunts at these guys because they just don't have a ton of experience there. In addition to the fact that their tackles just are not good enough to beat Garrett. This is where the game could be not only determined for the Browns, but also becomes an opportunity for this defensive line to make a statement for the defense overall. If the Browns are going to be great, the defense has to be great, and the defensive line can come out right away on Sunday and basically announce themselves to the world.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I agree with you. How important are Mason Graham and Schlesinger to that defense being great? Because, and it's even more important because the middle of that defense was so soft against the run. Those are the two guys that have to make sure that when the defensive line is getting up, that they're not just handing the ball off and getting 5-6 yards of carry.
Yeah, I mean, before the Browns traded Jawan Briggs, I wouldn't have thought Mason Graham would have been super, super important, but now he's literally like the only guy who's a prescribed nose. They have, I think Shelby Harris is going to play some of that, but it's still more of a one-gap nose. But when they need to stop the run, it's going to be Mason Graham. So that becomes really important in addition to what he can offer as a pass rusher. And then Carson Schlesinger, they're giving him the green dot. They're giving him all the ability to run the defense, to be that guy in the middle, to put not only to play well, he's got to put his teammates in position. He's got to make the right calls on the field. He is the whole thing. And if he has a great year, it could change just how this defense plays overall. He's going to make mistakes at some point. This is, you know, inevitable given that he's a rookie. But the Browns are confident in him because they believe he's a guy where if he makes a mistake once, he learns from it. He's not a guy that continues to make mistakes over and over and over. And we'll see on Sunday. The Browns like Schlesinger's ability to blitz. I'm sure we'll see it a little bit, but Burrow has been really good against the blitz, so they may try to disguise some stuff and drop him into coverage and see if they can't catch him on some quick thing, and maybe Schlesinger or one of these other underneath players can make a play on the ball.
Yeah, we need to point out the green dot, you know, the quarterback of the defense. I think there was 2 guys the last 2 years that wore it. So that's how rare it is for a rookie to be the guy that's lining up and getting everybody in the right spots.
Yeah, I mean, the alignment and assignment is such a big deal with the Browns. I mean, just looking back at previous matchups between these two teams, one of the reasons the Browns have had such success is because when they've done their shifts and everything else with their formations, oftentimes it left the Bengals out of position and the Browns were just able to capitalize on it. So that becomes important. We'll see how much the Bengals try to move and try to shift and do those things. If it was if it was me, I would do it a lot for that reason, to force Carson Schlesinger to make sure guys are right, to make sure guys are in the right places, to put more pressure on him, to put more on his plate. But that'll be a big test for him to see how he can respond when teams try to change the picture for him.